Hello and welcome to another monthly wrap of the seriouslybored.co.nz bestsellers. The number 5 bestseller for the month of May 2011 is Dixit. Dixit won the Spiel des Jahres award in 2010. It's a little bit unorthodox, this one. It's a card game, it's a storytelling game. So basically the cards are images, paintings, all sorts of unique and interesting artwork, and one player must create some kind of story or some kind of explanation, and the other players must guess which card they've used, while also trying to provide cards of their own with the hope that other people will guess theirs instead. So it's a good social interactive game, and it tends to interact with the creative side of the mind, so if that's your kind of thing, Dixit's a really good game for that. Number 4 is Citadels. Citadels is set in a medieval city, and each player takes on a different role each turn and sets to build different districts throughout their part of the city. Each role has a unique ability to it that can be used each turn, and the winner is the person who basically builds the most valuable part of the city, and that may be the most districts, or it may just be the most valuable ones. It's a good fun game. It's quite simple in concept, a little bit of a learning curve as people get used to which role has which ability assigned to it, but ultimately it's a very good game. Number 3 is Carcassonne. Now, Carcassonne won the Spiel des Jahres in 2001, so it's going back 10 years, but it's still a strong seller. Carcassonne is a tile-laying game set around the medieval city of, you guessed it, Carcassonne in France. Basically, players are putting down roads, putting down cities, putting down cloisters or abbeys, and sending out their workers to either plough the fields or guard the cities or even rob merchants on the roads. Very simple game, very addictive, and has lots and lots of expansions to really liven it up and keep bringing it to your table over and over again. Number 2, and it's another Spiel des Jahres winner, it's Dominion. Dominion is a card game that won the Spiel des Jahres in 2009. It's set in medieval times, and basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to expand your kingdom. The way that's done is by deck building. You take cards that are from the community area, so communal cards, and you draw them into your deck as you seek to claim more and more land, and the winner is the person at the end of the game who's created the biggest kingdom. Dominion is a great game. It's got lots of interaction, especially with other expansions like Dominion Intrigue. There's a number of different expansions. Each one brings a different theme or a different aspect that's unique to that expansion, and it's very quick and very replayable. You can play a game of Dominion easily within 30 minutes and just start again, and if you did something wrong the first time, well, then try something different. It's also got lots of different cards as well, so the community cards can change from game to game, and that keeps it nice and fresh. Number 1 is Endeavour. Now, we're really pleased about this because Endeavour was designed by a couple of Kiwis based in Wellington. Endeavour is a board game that came out a couple of years ago. It has done very well, both on BoardGameGeek.com, where it's within the top 50, I think, by last time I checked. Certainly well within the top 100, which is a huge accomplishment in and of itself. But it's just so great to see this game and see a couple of Kiwi designers really putting it with the best of them. It's always been a strong seller for us, and we're just really pleased. It's a board game, so it's the one board game out of the top 5 this month, and it's set around basically discovering new colonies around the world, and is such a good game. There's interaction, there's exploration, there's a bit of randomness, which is good to create a new game each time. There's different methods, different paths to success. We love Endeavour, and we play it, I think, Angie's favourite game. So if you haven't had a game of this, make sure you do, because it's well worth the experience.